my time in Egypt, it became kind of difficult, you know. American friends would see me across the public market and would yell, "Hey, Nick!" Just about start a small riot, you know. We wonder about our difficulties with the Arab world. Well, but in a sense, for those of you who are students, it's really kind of that experience. Maybe not precisely, but that's sort of what I wish on you. That sense of really being out of your comfort zone and not knowing what's going on, of feeling, you know, boy, what am I doing here? That really is when you're growing new muscles, when you're learning new things. And I also think that it's so important not only for you, but also for the country, that we have more people with that kind of experience abroad. That truly, I think, will stay with you and shape you for the rest of your life. So I hope those of you who are students will find an occasion to travel, not just go in a herd to Paris or Rome, but step somewhere out of your comfort zone. Now, what might a broader agenda look like? I think one issue that has to be much higher on our national agenda, on the global agenda, is human trafficking. This is something that I became really aware of the depths of it when I was reporting in Southeast Asia. This is a brothel in Cambodia. These girls they were kidnapped in rural areas. They were locked up in a brothel. They don't keep any of the money that is paid for them. It all goes to the brothel owner. And it really, truly is a modern form of slavery. Some of you may know that I did something that raised a lot of eyebrows at one point as a journalist. In 2004, I ended up buying two girls. This one, straight neck, and this one in the white blouse, straight arm, from two different brothels. I paid $150 for one, just over $200 for the other. I got receipts, written receipts. When you get a written receipt for buying a human being in the 21st century, as if you're buying a car or a cow, something that's really profoundly wrong. And just a couple of other points on this. I think sometimes when one talks about these kinds of issues, that because there's so many terrible things happening to women and girls, there's an assumption that the problem is just men. And it's so much more complicated than that. Most of the brothel owners, most of the human traffickers around the world, in fact, are other women, because you're in a better position to traffic. The girls are more likely to trust you. And indeed, the woman up there in the brown shirt, she was the brothel owner, the trafficker in this case. She kidnapped these girls, locked them up in the brothel, beat them, and that was, there's no doubt that these kinds of problems relate to patriarchal, sometimes misogynistic attitudes. But it's also very clear that those attitudes can be absorbed and transmitted almost as much by women as by men. Another point is that I think sometimes we think that this is really sad and tragic, but that it's also just kind of hopeless in its way human nature is. And prostitution is the world's oldest profession. Not much we can do about it. One of the things that I've really seen is that one can have a real impact. And so let me tell you about what happened to these two girls. The other one, Sreenet, things worked out pretty well. She's now married. Her husband doesn't know anything about her background. We did not have half this guy come out in Cambodia, in the Khmer language, because we didn't want her husband to read the book and find out about it. Right? But I still see them every couple of years, and they're doing fine. Shrimam, she'd been in the brothel for 5 years. Took her back to her family. They were so happy to see her. They had this joyous reunion. She was so happy working next to her mom in the local market. And then a few days later, she ran back to the brothel. And it turned out that she'd been addicted to methamphetamine in the brothel. A lot of the brothel owners get the girls addicted as a way of controlling them. she desperately wanted to be out, but she also had this meth craving that she could not get, and the brothel wanted to give her meth. So